And we have Casino Night Zone, which is probably the lowest part. But now we have Hilltop Zone, which is probably the oddest part for for this game. Because when I was a kid playing this, this felt like a breather, but this actually felt like a breather zone. But I always thought it was weird how they had it at this part of the game, because this is the 5th zone, and so for there to be a breather zone, like 5 zones in, that was a bit odd, especially from my perspective. Anyway, we have weird. I won't say exactly weird. I should say weird. Not weird physics, but you have some. There's some odd platforming if you're going for the exact top route of Hilltop, which I'll probably never get ever again after this playthrough. But it's a bit faster. Anyway, I don't like Hilltop Zone for 2 reasons, and there's a reason in each stage. The first reason is because when you're in these caves, there's a special gimmick near the end of the caves. In this particular cave, I think this was the lava rise gimmick. Basically, after a certain point in stage 1, there'd be a cave where the lava and the ceiling of the room would rise and fall. And if you were to get unlucky and you don't get this visibility that's right up here, you're gonna take a lot of damage. You're not gonna take a lot of damage. You're gonna lose your rings, and you're probably gonna get you're gonna lose a life. You see how the floor is rising, and this some of the ceiling is rising. Which one? Oh, I got killed by that. How? I usually never get killed by that. I got killed by getting squished, not because I was in lava, but because I was being squished. That's odd. That never happened to me before. This playthrough, this LP curse, that's what it is. But anyway, I guess it's not that uncommon. But I usually slow down to a point where I don't get crushed by that, so I usually get stuck there. If you don't have the invincibility from the room before, then you're gonna have to do a bit of waiting anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. By the way, these little hammock things, the vines, yeah, if you don't jump off them, they're gonna fall off. There's also those screwed heads up there. Don't know what else to call them. But visibility. And if I ever come across that 6th signpost, I'm gonna try and get the 6th emerald. The 7th emerald is quote unquote the easiest and the hardest, for reasons being that the last part, you actually don't get too many rings. What you have to do, what they expect you to do, is carry over your rings from the 2nd stage onward into the 3rd stage, because you will very rarely actually get those last few rings. I saw those signposts up here. How am I supposed to get to that? Okay. These things work like physics. I say physics, but it's probably not physics like at all. Try to... Okay, didn't quite get that. Let's try this again. Up, up, up. Try to get these physics right. Probably can make it there. Got it, okay. Ringbox, you're my only friend. Up to the 6th emerald. 5th. No, this is the 6th. 6th, yeah. Should have the 5th. Collect 80 rings. Always stuff in the middle, and there's stuff. The graphical pop-in is probably the worst on this stage. Because fast-pacedness. I remember the fast-pacedness of the 4th one. It was because things changed immediately. Ah! I need more rings. I have no idea if this will actually give me enough rings. unfortunately, because I got a hit, I lost the rings necessary. But oh well. Of course, after this, I'm gonna go into, I think it was Mystic Cave after this, and I'm probably not gonna get to any kind of signpost there. Yeah, I usually never get into signposts in Mystic Cave or Oil Ocean. So this might be it, just the 5 emeralds. I think there's some signposts in Sky. I forgot what it was. I don't think it was Sky Fortress Zone. I think I'm thinking of Heroes. But yeah, this shows how much I love the game. I can't remember what zones there are. So more hilltop, and you can get up to this top part by spin, dash, jump, spin, jump, spin, jump. What? Get up here. Whoa, that sent me up much higher than I needed it to. Get this orb thing. By the way, if you touch those things, you actually get hit. You actually take damage. You lose your rings. So don't touch those flashy bits of the lever. Those things are enemies too. Don't touch them. They also spit fire, so don't touch them. Really. These things are both the best and worst things, because these are enemies that help you. So we don't. Also, you can actually jump down there, go to a cave earlier than. I'm not sure if it's a cave earlier than expected, but whatever. This guy. You see these guys in Sonic 1 as well. It's either you see those guys in Sonic 1 or you see something similar to them in Sonic 1. Either way, they're a bit of annoyance because you have to wait for them to get rid of at least one of those spiky or fiery bits. After that though, they kind of just fling themselves toward you, and they're pretty much sitting back at that point. These guys will actually send their screws toward you, just like what happened in the first Eggman battle. Of course, after that, they're sitting ducks, so... I wish this thing was going faster. You can actually get crushed if you're not fast enough. But since you're Sonic the Hedgehog, if you don't go fast enough, then I suspect Sonic the Hedgehog is not being as fast as he claims. Anyway, go up here to get these ring boxes because I can use extra life. 11 lives, and I probably have some continuous under my belt as well. I don't know if I do, but whatever. Okay. I'm not hit by one thing. It's the very next object. It's the very next obstacle. Jump there. Jump here. Yeah, there's a series of these things, and if you miss them, you will probably fall into this battle level right there. Also, interestingly enough, despite the fact you can get crushed, despite regardless of how many rings you have, taking a dip into lava, you only take a hit. It's not an instant death. Anyway, this Eggman battle, not exactly interesting considering you don't see much of his face. I actually missed it, but if you're fast enough, you can actually get to Eggman before he even dips into the lava the first time. Yeah, once again, very easy. That was Act 2. I keep on saying Stage 2. I think I'm probably thinking of like later games where they're actually called stages. Mystic Cave Zone with the most badass music in the world. But in all seriousness, I love this. Mystic Cave is actually a bit. When I was a kid, this zone actually scared me a bit, just because of the music and, you know, you see like it's supposed to be in a cave, but I see like dark clouds in the background. Be careful there. This happens a bit. There's a few times where you need to get up, and there's a flowing staircase, but they have the spikes in front, so you can take damage if you don't jump over them. Okay. These boxes are a bit of a hazard because you can actually get crushed between them. Yes, you can hang from these vines. you know, some of these vines will actually cause the opening to open, for the path to open, or you know, you just need them to get to another place. Like they probably bring you up to a place, or they bring you, or they open a path. Like this one right here. This one just opens up the path. You can tell because of the design, and I missed it completely, but that's different. Find something like this will actually take you somewhere. So you missed the top path. And you see those bugs that are flashing? These are one of the weirder Robotniks because they don't die unless they're out there flashing form. Even if you're supersonic or invincible, they can't die unless they're out there flashing. Okay, stage 6 again, or Emerald 6 again. 80 rings. Hopefully I don't get hit. Stay in the center, like usual. Left, right, center, left, right. Commissary, folks. This is where it's at. I can never tell where these things are anyways. I should be able to get all the required rings this time around. Nope, alright. Oh well. Just 5 flashing fruit gushers. Be careful with this thing, because it can actually crush you if you're not careful. I don't think it's this one in particular, but there's one later that will probably get you. Also, those bad necks are a bit of a risk, just because they can show up whenever they want to. Because they show up when you least expect them, and they're kind of tiny, so you're probably gonna miss them if you don't see them immediately. Okay, didn't mean to go up that high, but it's fine. Open that up. I think there's a special. Oh, never mind. Okay. There's a bending there, but I'll take what I can get. You can get crushed by this one, I know. These two, I should say. Jump here. And that's the end of the stage. I love Mr. Cave. Get just for music. No, this, when I was a kid, this kind of threw me for a loop, because you kind of switch platforms right there, and for no real reason to my knowledge. You actually can fall down there, and fall down here, but it's not too big of a difference. You just don't go inside the bottomless pit by any part. It's just that can happen. Let me get this invisibility first, screw around. Here. It's been a while since I went this path. Or is it? Nope, I remember. This is close to the top path, I believe. You don't know how much of a pain it is for speedrunners to go through these Sonic stages, and if you're on the wrong path, you don't recognize it, so you're pretty much screwed. Up here, jump, jump. Yeah, those spike staircases can be pretty much jerks, especially if they're hiding behind the green bushes. I did that during the test playthrough too. I forget about it all the time. At this point, I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, it's down. That makes sense. Down. Shield, because I'm probably going to need it. Now, there's a signpost right here. If you want to be safe, don't ever go into the stars right there, because despite the fact that I want all the emeralds, and I actually do mean all the emeralds, whenever you leave emerald, whenever you don't get all the emeralds, never mind. Whenever you exit out of a special stage, you always leave with 0 rings. So you can, And that particular signpost right there is a bit of a jar because you can't get any rings. So if you go to the special stage, come out, and you know, you don't. If you come out, you don't have any access to any rings. So you don't have any rings for this boss fight. It's possible to do it without the rings. Trust me. It's just it's a bit difficult. You're probably going to take another few lives.